Wrestling. Dave Brown, we're sitting right along ringside, and by golly, I'll tell you what, won't be long from right now. Action will be filling that ring up, and we're looking forward to it today, David.
Oh, indeed. We're going to get things started today with the Zambui Express in action right here. We'll follow that with the new Southern Tag Team Champions on Championship Wrestling today. Talking about Stagger Lee, Norvell, Austin, as they'll be going in tag team action. Rick Rude will be here. The Idol, Austin Idol, will be here in a single match. Joe LeDuc and King Konga in tag team action a little bit later on. And we will have our first look at the tag team of Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson coming up later today.
That'll be in our final bout, and we're going to be looking forward to it. You're going to see some very mad Zambui Express former champions, and you'll be seeing also, as Dave said, the brand new AWA Southern Tag Champions, Norvell, Austin, and Stagger Lee. All of that lined up for today. We'll take time out. Be back in just a moment.
Well, moms and dads the world around give their kids the same old sound. Got to go to school, be a big success. They wouldn't settle for anything less.
They had some comments to make. The former Southern Tag Champions, the Zambui Express, Mr. Elijah Akeem and Mr. Kareem Mohammed.
Fairness. You people in this area don't know what the word means, including you. Let me tell you, you talking about fair? Went here 3 weeks, right? We won the belt twice in 2 weeks' time. And what? The promotion, the people don't want us to be champions, so what they did, they stole the belts. So now you got Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin as your champions. Well, let me tell you, what happened to Norvell Austin and Stagger Lee? We left them laying in the middle of the ring like a bunch of garbage that they are. Now, if you people want that type of champion, then you can have Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin as your champions. For this reason, the next time we face Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin, we just won't leave you laying like garbage, but we gonna take the garbage and get rid of it once and for all. And then what you gonna do? What you gonna do when you ain't got nobody left but the Zambui Express? Me and Mr. Kareem Mohammed. Like I say, you never take something from a man as big as Mr. Muhammad and myself.
How'd you explain this to J.J. Dillon when the word got back to him about you?
Hey, man, you know one thing about you, Lance Russell? You got a smart mouth just like these geeks out here. You know that? We called Mr. Dillon on the phone and explained what was going on around here. And this is what Mr. J.J. Dillon had to say to all you rednecks and you geeks.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Mr. Stagger Lee and Mr. Norvell Austin as the new tag team champions, and at the same time inform you that you are about to become the shortest reigning champions of all time. Now, I have nothing personal against Mr. Stagger Lee and Mr. Norvell Austin, but I want to kind of relate a little something to you. Because, you see, you have suffered in the ghetto for 200 years just the same as the Zambui Express have. But there's a little bit of difference because, you see, some of the brothers run around the ghetto shucking and jiving with that junk jewelry. And some people are wearing 14 karat and 18 karat, and there's a real big difference between the two. Some of the brothers are riding in the big Cadillacs, and some of them are thumbing it on the Greyhound. Some of the brothers are in the pool hall with all the fine ladies hanging on their arms, and some of the brothers are looking in the windows wondering what's happening. Now, that's the position that you find yourselves at this point. You're holding the tag team belts, which gives you a little edge, but it's just a matter of time before they come back to where they belong, and I'm talking about the Zambui Express. And unfortunately, none of this ever would have taken place were it not for one Mr. Jimmy Hart, and he is going to answer to me personally for the time and the money and the embarrassment that he's caused me. But you see, as soon as the tag team situation is resolved, then I'm going to devote 100% of my efforts to King Konga and Mr. Lawler. That's where you come into the picture, because it's just a matter of time before you're going to have to turn around. You're going to have to take notice that King Konga is here, James J. Dillon is here. We're coming for you, and Lawler, you cannot deny us much longer.
J.J. Dillon, the Zambui Express, now heading to the ring. Dave, now let's have it for the official introduction. Okay.
It's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total of 426 pounds over on the right of the screen. Both from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Eric and Jim Jameson. And going against him at a total weight of 660 pounds, Mr. Kareem Muhammad and Mr. Elijah Akeem, the Zambui Express. A one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, about in the ring, we have Kareem Muhammad in the ring. Here comes Elijah Akeem. I saw Keith when Kareem climbed in there. He just kind of shook his head. He looked at the size of it. And it is, the popular word is awesome. And boy, that's how big these guys are, David.
Both of them go well over 300 pounds. That is Muhammad in there right now. Jim Jameson. Oops. Keith Eric comes into the ring, not of his own choosing. Muhammad flipped him in there while Elijah Akeem of the Zambui Express continues to work on Jim Jameson. Jameson over on the ropes. Zambui Express with a clothesline. Jim Jameson hits the mat. Using the top rope, choking Jameson. Jim Jameson went backwards over the rope, and Zambui Express makes a tag. This is Kareem Muhammad coming in. Ooh. Right hand, top of the head. Jameson hits the mat. An open hand across the chest. The huge Zambui Express works on Jim Jameson and, at least for a moment, Keith Eric, who was in there. Jameson's the only one of his team in the match officially so far. From outside, Elijah Akeem interfering. Kareem Muhammad in there for the Express. Tag made by Zambui Express. They just overpower their opponents from the opening bell. That's what they've done against Jameson here.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, still not trying for the pin.
Look at that. Just instead of trying to keep him in, deliberately threw it into Keith Eric to get the tag, and now Eric's in there, and he's on the catching end.
Zambui Express makes the tag. Muhammad coming in with a boot to the midsection while Elijah Akeem is holding him up in the air. I'll tell you what. They are dominating this match completely. I mean, they own it. Keith Eric being picked up now by Muhammad. Over to the corner, the tag by the Zambui Express.
If they ever do have any moments when they are not mad. Double clothesline, Dave.
Again, they don't go for the pin. They pick Keith Eric up. Now they've got him up in the air, body slams. Keane back to the corner. Oh, drops down with a big arm. That's going to be it. 2, 3. Boy, that one. Boy, when he hit him off out of the corner, no doubt it was over. Zambui Express gets the win. Time on it was 3 minutes, 34 seconds. And I think maybe we can probably take a look at it here, and you can see exact here. Here he comes out of the corner. The upper arm, he drops down right across the chest.
You see the middle of the ring right there, Dave, when he hit
Incredible.
Just drove him down into that canvas with that huge upper arm. And these guys are so big. I tell you, till you stand between them, people can't realize. They see him and they say, oh, yeah, they're big, but they don't know how big they are till they get up there. And imagine laying down there and seeing that flying down on top of you.
Yep.
Winners, Zambui Express.
3:34 again the time.
We got some more action coming up. We'll be ready for it in just a moment. Championship Wrestling. By golly, we got plenty of it to go and hope you stay right there. Right now, we want to talk to you about Wednesday night. Well, that kind of gives you an idea at least how one person feels about Wednesday night. Macho Man Country said, and we'll be talking to him in just a moment. Coming up also, Dutch Mantell and Rick Rude, the sensation, may get an introduction to some real tough Texas wrestling.
Let me tell you something right now. I am furious. I tried to call Eddie Marlin all week, but he's not there. His secretary says he's not there, Jimmy Hart. Eddie Marlin, let me tell you something, Eddie Marlin. Dutch Mantell should be fined $1,000 for interfering on the match and costing Rick Rude the international title. Let me tell you, Mantell, the Angel, Jimmy Hart, and Rick Rude will be waiting for you this week in Evansville, I promise.
LeDuc and Savage against Idol and Jerry Lawler.
That's right, Lance Russell. It's going to be Joe LeDuc and the Macho Man in Evansville. I know Austin Idol and Jerry Lawler's going to come here and scream their heart out because they lost $5 grand. $5 grand is not very much in my eyes. The point is, come here, Mr. Macho Man. Yeah, I'm here. The point is, Lawler and Idol, you're not satisfied because you lost $5 grand, but you also lost your little ego because you didn't get your hand raised. Well, that's the way it is. You don't like the way we do things, but it's all right because we do it. Yeah, Austin Idol, man, I hear you're a little upset, but you shouldn't be upset. No, you should feel real good. You shouldn't get mad at all. You shouldn't come back Wednesday night, man, because Las Vegas, yeah, used to gambling, but this ain't gambling, Austin Idol. It's suicide, yeah, because Wednesday night, man, yeah, we're going to let the building burn down, yeah, Wednesday night. The fire's going to burn down. You and Macho Man, country heartthrob. Yeah, bring the queen, Idol, man. Oh, yeah, suicide, man. Building burned down.
There they are, the new Southern Tag Champs, Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin. Well, I'll tell you what, they're a couple of happy gentlemen. Congratulations, Norvell. I tell you what, you guys almost had them in several instances. They didn't think you could do it.
Exactly right. Now look, we are the champions. I know they didn't think we could do it. They had us down and out, but we are the people's champions. The people helped us get here, and the people gonna help us stay. And we ain't gonna let y'all people down. I want y'all to know that, because me and Stag is big and bad, baby. We'll tell you one thing, Zambui Express. You come out here, say how you were pounding us, but listen, it's ways to beat a big man. When I grew up in the street, I beat on men a lot bigger than me, and here's how I did it. I let them wear themselves down. I maneuvered around them, just like me and Stag done y'all last week. We moved around y'all, and we come up and beat y'all. And look at here. I'm going to tell you one thing. We ain't losing these for nobody. So you put that in your pipe and smoke it. We ain't going nowhere. You know, we fought hard to keep them, to get those belts, and we're going to fight hard to keep them. That's all I got to say. As long as I got Norvell and we going on strong, there's no way Zambui Express that y'all going to defeat us. I don't care, Dillon. You can bring J.J. Dillon down there you want to, but we don't care, right, Norvell? We don't care, man. Okay, lose the stuff we use, baby.
There they are, Norvell Austin, Stagger Lee, the brand new Southern Tag Champs. And they are fired up, and I don't blame them. That is a super win over an absolutely dynamite, huge team of the Zambui Express. They got the belts, and here we go with a non-title bout, Dave.
All right, non-title match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing at a total weight of 412 pounds. From parts unknown, the Masked Marauder. And from Memphis, Tennessee, Pat Hutchinson. One against them, total weight 437 pounds. They are the new AWA Southern Tag Team Champions. From Memphis, Tennessee, Norvell Austin. From Union City, Tennessee, Stagger Lee. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Woogie-doke, we're getting it down to one-on-one to start off with. Here we go. Stagger Lee against Pat Hutchinson starting off. Norvell getting them fired up over there, and look at Stagger go. Let me tell you, both these guys, the new champs, can boogie, Dave. They really get around that ring and get around in dynamite shape, too. Hutchinson taking a shot from Norvell on the exchange from Stagger to Norvell. Big elbow, and down Pat goes. Tag out. Stagger back in with Pat. Fires him into the rope. Backdrop coming off. Masked Marauder now getting his first taste as he walks into the ring after the tag with Hutchinson. And Stagger right away. Side headlocks him, pulls him over. Norvell bangs him away to the midsection. Drops with an elbow on him. Pace, fast and furious, and that's the way these champions want to keep it, too. Non-title bout, as David said. Body slam, tag on Stagger Lee.
Tell you what, I don't think you'll ever see more enthusiasm in a tag team. And Stagger Lee is in there. Norvell look like he can't wait to get in the ring. Let's cover.
Power slam, but a foot's on the rope over there. Yeah, he stopped it. Tag on Norvell. Referee running Pat back down. Stagger Lee and Norvell against the Marauder. In and out.
That was a straight knee lift from Norvell. You don't see that much anymore, but boy, it's effective, as he showed right there.
Right over the back of Stagger Lee. 2, 3, and that's it. Wasted no time about it. The new champion showing that they're ready to do it again.
They were moving around the ring. They put it together in a minute 52 seconds to take the win over the Masked Marauder and Pat Hutchinson. Marauder being helped out of the area by Hutchinson right now after he was pinned. Great teamwork by Norvell Austin Stagger Lee.
You can just see they're still fired up. They love every minute of it. And you're going to see a lot of action out of those two boys. Okay, we're going to take time out right now. We've got ourselves some action coming up a little bit. You'll have a chance to meet Jimmy Hart's sensational Rick Rude and Angel.
A touch for making hair look beautiful takes years of practice. But when you perm at home, you can have that touch too, with Lilt. You see, it's all in the roll-ups. A bad roll-up shows frizzies. A good roll-up, beautiful curls. Only Lilt has these amazing sponges. They grip better, roll up better, for more beautiful hair. Lilt sponges put a professional touch right at your fingertips. And I had to practice for years.
Lilt's professional touch. Beautiful. Sometimes having too much credit can be a problem. When you rent from Color Time, America's largest rent-to-own system, you don't use credit because you're renting. Choose from name brand TVs, stereos, and appliances that'll fit right into your home. So have the things you want now without getting caught in the credit trap. Call Color Time.
Color Time is right for the time.
Color Time in Evansville, Vincennes, Henderson, and Owensboro.
We're going to be right back to Channel 7's Championship Wrestling. Still got some good action. You'll want to see it. Hey, Thursday, February the 23rd, French Lick, Indiana, my friend. Rock and Roll Express going to be right there. The Idol will also be there. Then on Thursday, March the 1st, put this one down, Winslow, Indiana. All you folks around that territory will want to get out for Championship Wrestling. Okay, now let's take a look at the entire card coming up Wednesday night right there in Evansville. Rock and Roll Express will be going against Larry Hoss Higgins and the Black Ninja. Then it'll be an all-girl tag match. This one you'll want to see some real scrambling, and Wendy Richter and Leilani Kai will be going against Princess Victoria and Penny Mitchell.
Then a match that I know you have got to see when the Dutchman tangles with the sensational Rick Rude. Following that, return Southern Tag match with the Zambui Express going after Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin. And the final match, oh boy, fireworks and a half. LeDuc and Savage against Lawler and Idol. All of that coming to Evansville Wednesday night. You be there.
I hear it. I don't know. Yeah, you recognize the music was identified with a fabulous one. But who walks out but Jimmy Hart with his newest member of the First Family, sensational Rick Rude and Angel. Well, Jimmy, still at it.
Look at this man's body. Look at these 20-inch arms. Look at these right here, baby. 20 inches. Look at this. Look at the 50-inch chest. These people can't even upset me by saying Hart is a wimp. I'm not going to pay any attention to you today, baby. Look, fan mail from all over this area, baby. Even from Japan. We even got a letter from Japan here, man. It's coming all in for Rick Rude. He is the best-looking man in professional wrestling. You know, starting today, we're going to start calling him the Clark Gable of professional wrestling. Rick Rude, and don't forget about the lovely, vivacious Angel. But this is a superstar of the future, baby. Look at the body. Can you even get this body on the screen? Now, I'm going to take this man to the ring and show you exactly what we're fixing to do, baby.
Jimmy, I know I have all the confidence in the world that you will do something.
Man, we're going to stir things up a little bit.
There's no question about it. Rude, in fact, does have tremendous muscular development. I don't think he is exactly the answer to all of our problems in the world, the way Jimmy Hart would make it sound, Dave.
No, I think you're right, but, well,
really?
We'll see here. He's going against, let's just do the introduction. The one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. 203 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. Over on the right of the screen, that's David Johnson. And going against him, 232 pounds from Beverly Hills, California. With his valet, Angel, his manager, Jimmy Hart. That's Rick Rude. This fall, one fall, 10-minute time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Well, Angel has taken care of her pet there, Mr. Rude, and Jimmy Hart all decked out in his top hat with ribbon and his tux. We're ready for it. All right, let's do something in the ring. David Johnson, Rick Rude, David. Good, fast, quick young man.
Rick Rude using the power. He picks David Johnson up in the air, spins him around a time or two, turns to the center of the ring, and slams him. Johnson.
This guy's just not another pretty face. Look at him, baby.
Johnson taking a beating. Upper arm down across the back. Knee across the chest. Rick Rude, that's the fifth. Rude. Firing David Johnson across the ring. Picks him up. Slam. Ooh! Power slam. Count is two. He picks him up at the 2 count. Picked him up. Probably could have had him right there. Reverse neck breaker. And a cover. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Less than a minute. Now, Jimmy Hart. Dancing around the ring. Yeah, now Rude back to work on David Johnson. This match is over, but Rick Rude choking Johnson after he beat him already officially in the match. Referee trying to get him to stop, but Rick Rude just continuing to work on David Johnson. Here comes Austin Idol. Austin Idol moves Rick Rude, Hart, and Angel out of the ring. Allows David Johnson to get out of there. Time on that was 56 seconds. Idol's in here. Here comes Lou Winston.
Showing off that huge body of his, 242 pounds of it. And Big Lou Winston is here. We
got a referee.
Continue on. We'll just continue on here with our next bout. As Jimmy Hart takes Rick Rude out. I don't know. I think Angel is enamored with the Idol body. She may get a little tongue lashing over that. She's going to stay with you, Austin. Yeah. Okay. I love that. just, I don't know what you all could see it or not. She was just glued looking at the heartthrob. Let's have the introductions, Dave.
This is going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit match. From Memphis, Tennessee, 242 pounds on the left, Big Lou Winston. And going against him from Las Vegas, Nevada, 242 pounds, the universal heartthrob, Austin Idol. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun says ring the bell, and we're underway.
Yeah, I'm afraid Angel may hear about that.
He's in trouble from Hart and especially Rick Rude.
Hart is calling her, then Rude started. Come on. She's just standing there looking at the idol. Big Lou Winston, and Lou, good-sized young man himself, I'll tell you. He works out hard, and he's in there with a guy that has been down the pike, and Lou swinging away, takes shots to the midsection. And Idol with the right hand puts him down on his knees, and the referee getting on the heartthrob about using the fist. Austin pumped a little of iron in his time, too, to get that kind of muscular development. Referee Jerry Calhoun over, and Big Lou whipping across the ring. Idol slides into the ropes, comes right out with a foot, grabs a hold of Lou, picks him up, center of the ring, dumps him off to the side. Idol hollering for Rude, saying, come on, Rude. Idol was hot at him, pounding on David Johnson after he'd already beat him, and there was no excuse in it. No excuse at all. Austin came out and broke it up. Big Lou in a little trouble. No, that's wrong. He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he was hammered pretty good coming off the rope there by Idol. Idol with him in the air. Heartthrob climbing the rope.
There he goes with the elbow. Lying down on Big Lou. Austin said, not yet. He's going for the Las Vegas leg lock. Oh, yeah, that's it. School is out. The party is over. Eddie Idol, using his famous Las Vegas leg lock, has another victim down there. He had pounded Lou around pretty good, and when he got that on, I knew it was it.
2:04, the time of it.
Austin Idol, and let's go back and take a look at a scene of Austin in there as he comes flying off the ropes, Dave.
There he comes with the elbow.
Bam!
Right there.
Oh, you saw Lou's
That
head.
pretty well wrapped it up, I think, because it had Big Lou Winston in the position where Austin was able to move him around a little bit, go into the Las Vegas leg lock, as you'll see here. There he goes.
He has a good chance to see it in slow motion.
Yeah.
Either way, he hooks it, puts the pressure down, and then the other leg goes over on the toe. He's pulling back with this one and pushing out with the other leg. And boy, I'll tell you, there are just not too many that can get away with that one. Austin Idol, the winner over Big Lou. We got more action. Plenty of it to come in just a moment.
I really don't think about laundry that much. Ever since I started using Cheer, I just do it. But I've always had the feeling Cheer's been thinking about me. Like the times Cheer surprises me by getting out a spot I thought was in for good. It's almost like Cheer had me in mind when they made it. See, nowadays, I do most of my washing warm and cold. And that's just where Cheer's punches, in the lower temperatures, where your water doesn't help much. Cooler water just doesn't seem to bother Cheer. No, I really don't think about Cheer that much. But the few times I do...
Gee, Dad, you look pretty good today.
I'm glad Cheer's thinking about me.
Doesn't he, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
I feel sick. 4 pancakes, 6 sausages, and 3 eggs are inclined to have an adverse effect on your body, Rich.
It's not the pancakes, it's all these greasy dishes.
How are we ever going to get them clean?
Let's not panic. We've got Dawn. Look, Dawn scatters grease. It fights hard to take grease out of the way. Help keep it away. See, Dawn got the grease.
Look what I found on the moose.
So wash it.
After 4 million greasy dishes, This looks as good as the one you washed earlier. And my hands don't feel greasy. Grilled trout. Who's gonna clean them?
I clean the dishes.
And you clean the fishes.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Sat down with Mom, talked to Dad. Can't get it together, makes you feel sad. You know you can do it, you wonder where. You want it soon because you really care. The services can help you so you not only get better, you really grow. Talking Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. They'll take you, train you, show you the way. You'll work hard, get decent pay in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Prove you can make it. Prove it to all. Serving your country and walking tall in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You've got it together. They'll see in a glance. Thanks to the services, you got the chance in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
Can't go that way. All right, let's welcome out the King, and here he comes. Jerry. Good day today, sir.
It is a nice day. Listen, I just wanted to come out here for just a couple of seconds. It's been a great show.
Now, are you
very exciting show.
You're going to tell everybody what we were talking about before that story? That's got to be one of the most unusual stories I ever heard in my life.
Well, it is. It's a great story, and it's a great guy, and I just want to introduce this guy to everybody. Now, a lot of the people that have paid close attention to wrestling have already seen this guy once before. He came into the area, and I know you and I talked about him. I didn't know him at the time, but I was very impressed with his size and, of course, his ability and everything. But he got, as so often happens to a lot of wrestlers, he got in with the wrong company, got mixed in with the wrong crowd. Matter of fact, he was hanging around with a little sawed-off pea-brain runt by the name of Bill Dundee. And he had the guy's mind a little bit messed up. But now Dundee is gone, and this guy is still around. And I got to talking with him one day, and he's really not such a bad guy after all. As a matter of fact, he's a pretty neat guy. I mean, the story to this guy is kind of amazing. As you remember, he wrestled here. His name was
Jim Morris.
Jim Morris.
Friend of Bill Dundee's, Jim Morris.
That's right. Well, I thought his name was Jim Morris, too. But when I got to talking with the guy, you know, we talked for a while, and he said, let me tell you something. He said, my name is not really Jim Morris. He said, but I feel a little funny, a little bit ashamed of what my name is. And I said, why is that? And he said, well, because all my life when I was going to school, everybody kidded me about my name. Everybody made jokes about my name. So I just quit. After I got out of college, he said, I just quit using it. I changed my name completely. And I said, well, why is that? And he said, well, I'll tell you. He said, my last name was Davidson, and my old man named me Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, and I said, that to me, I thought that is a natural, you know. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't try to change a name like Harley Davidson, you know. Like I said, that's just a natural. So anyway, I want to bring him out here. I think the guy, I told him to keep the name Harley Davidson, and I think he's going to make a heck of a wrestler. And if we can bring him out here, come on, Harley.
You can't miss him when he comes out, I'll tell you that.
No, you're not going to be able to miss this guy.
He's a large gentleman.
What's happening, brother?
How you doing? Good to see you, Harley.
Baby, you got it? So what I told him to do is, don't try to hide that name, man. Let's just capitalize on it, right? That's it. Tell him about it, man.
I love it.
I'll tell you what, Lance, sure, it's a pleasure to be with all these wonderful people. I'll tell you, the King was talking to me the other day. King's my man, you know. He said to me, Big Jim, or Harley. And I said, hey, I don't know what the deal is there, King. He said, I know you're a pretty interesting type character. Now, what's your deal? I said, well, my deal is this, baby. I love to ride and I love to wrestle. That's my whole thing. You know, I live that life and that's what I enjoy. He said, hey, Daddy, he said, what do you think about the world affairs and what's going on? I said, well, I don't think too much about it because I'm too busy living my own little life. Whatever that might be. But, he said, what about this Beirut deal? And I said, well, Beirut. I said, Beirut was a pretty good hitter, but he was nothing like Hank Aaron. And that's all I thought about. It didn't mean nothing to me about what's going on, baby, because I can't relate to it, you understand. All I can see is what's happening right here at this particular time. We're going to get in this ring in a minute, Daddy, and we're going to make it shake, and we're going to make it bake, and we're going to do it all for you. Understand?
Okay, well.
Look at that. Baby. I'm going to see you in a minute, Daddy.
Harley Davidson. Woo! We'll see him up here in the ring. Thanks for coming out, Jerry, and telling it. Yeah. We'll get a chance to see him in action here in just a moment. But, Dave, I can picture a guy named Jim Morris changing his name to Harley Davidson. But to think about his real name being Harley Davidson, and he got so much kidding about the vroom, vroom and all that, he just picked up the name Jim Morris.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a new face around, Joe. You'll get an opportunity to see him probably a little closer at some point down the line. We're ready for the next bout. Here's Dave.
It's going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit. Total weight 459 pounds. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee, Robert Reed, and from Topeka, Kansas, Art Cruz. Going against him, total weight 547 pounds. From the streets of New York City, King Konga. And from Montreal, Canada, Joe LeDuc. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Oogie doke, Art Cruz, as Dave said, out of Topeka, Kansas, trained by Pat O'Connor, former world heavyweight title holder. And Robert Reed is his partner. Look at his size across the ring. Big King Konga and the super heavyweight lumberjack Joe LeDuc stripping down, ready for action. And now it's LeDuc and Cruz starting. Here we go, Dave.
It's Joe LeDuc stalking Art Cruz. Cruz ducks out of the way of that one. Into action. The big lumberjack, Joe LeDuc, shoves Art Cruz back very close to the corner where King Konga is standing. Konga out of the streets of New York. LeDuc rolls Art Cruz down to the mat as he came off the ropes. Big Canadian lumberjack makes the tag now on King Konga. Konga with that weird-looking mohawk haircut.
Tell you what, Dave, if I were Robert Reed standing over there, I might exit before I ever got in the ring. But no, Robert's going to get in there and give it whatever he's got, Dave. I'll tell you that.
Ooh, tag made. Robert Reed comes in to face King Konga. Konga, ooh, foot, midsection. Robert Reed up in the air. King Konga, he doesn't slam him, he just drops him. He dropped him about 3.5 feet to the mat. This is Art Cruz. Art going after big Joe LeDuc. LeDuc into the ropes. Caught him with that boot. Big lumberjack boot. Here's Robert Reed back in after the tag.
LeDuc just grabs him by the throat. Referee trying to count him off, and does. Joe follows with that big forearm.
LeDuc holding Reed back there while Konga grabs him. Now LeDuc steps outside. Reed being choked with the top rope. King Konga flips him back into the ring. We're 2 minutes into the action. 2 minutes gone. Slam. Konga drops with the fist in the top of the head. Robert Reed picked up by Konga. Konga dumped him on that top rope, let him bounce back to the ring. Tag made on Joe LeDuc. Robert Reed. They're giving it all he's got, but just not enough. LeDuc with a right hand. Popped him to the mat. Oh. Reed got on his feet, and LeDuc just nailed him with a chop. Here's Konga back in. Reed off the rope. Clothesline. 3 minutes gone. A little over 3 minutes gone. Go LeDuc. Whoa, LeDuc with a drop kick.
Leave it.
And that does it. Wow. They're smiling Joe LeDuc. He walked away from Robert Reed after really nailing him. To wrap the match up in 3 minutes, 20 seconds. 3:20.
Amazing. A guy that big and that strong getting up with that drop kick. Speaking of strength, we thought you might be interested in kind of an unusual workout that Joe LeDuc does. Let's take a look at it. Okay, I want to tell you about Wednesday night one more time, my friend. Got somebody I want to talk to. Coming up, one of the matches that you will see will be Rick Rude and Dutch Mantell. Now, Dutch, you know he's going to be out there flashing those big muscles at you.
Okay, I want him to get in the ring. I want him to flash all his big muscles and go through his whole little entourage out there, bring Jimmy Hart and that pretty little gal with him. Now, I understand that he's a little upset, and Jimmy Hart's a little upset because I went out there and told the true story of what happened between Austin Idol and him last week. Now, they got a little upset. But, Hart, you better get that boy real upset. Now, I've been looking forward to this match for a long time, Lance, because Rick Rude, he's come down the pike the last couple of weeks. He's got a lot of important wins. But I'm going to tell you, Rude, Wednesday night in Evansville is not going to be one of them. I'm going to be waiting for you at that Coliseum Wednesday night, Rude.
You got to see that one, and you'll also want to be there when the Idol and the Lawler get together, and they're going to be going after Savage and Ledoux.
That's exactly right, Lester. Right there in Evansville, you know, it just so happens that I heard an interview with Joe Ledoux and Randy Savage. You know, there's no question about it. This Macho Man Savage has got a big, fat mouth, Lance. As a matter of fact, I think his mouth must be waterproof. He must have a waterproof voice because nobody seems to be able to drown him out. And as far as big old ugly Joe Ledoux, when I say ugly, I mean ugly. You know, they say time is the greatest healer of all. But in Joe Ledoux's case, I think a plastic surgeon may be more suitable. Now, you know, we're talking about $5,000 that they burnt me for. Yep. $5,000 they ripped me off for. Well, this may sound a little bit conceited. It may be sounding a little cocky, but it just so happens I come from Las Vegas, Nevada, dollar, and you see on $5,000, I'll take 5 G's and blow it on the blackjack table and not bat an eye. But in Evansville, I ain't going to bat no eye either, dollar, because there's going to be some back cracking, some knees freezing, and some livers quivering, because I'm bringing the man. That's right, darling. I'm bringing the king, my main man. And we're coming for one thing, darling. Mop up time. We're going to take 2 geeks, run them together, and mop up the ring with them in Evansville, Jack, I promise.
Okay, we're going to be ready to go to the ring with our final tag action match in a moment. Coming out here right now, a guy we got to introduce to you. I don't think many of you know him before. Dirty Rhodes. Now, is it correct? I have been told that you have a cousin by the name of Dusty Rhodes.
Cousin by the name of Dusty Rhodes. Well, I got a cousin by the name of Dusty Rhodes. I got a cousin by the name of Muddy Rhodes. I got a cousin by the name of Bumpy Rhodes.
You got all kind of Rhodes cousins.
But they say that Dusty Rhodes is the American dream with the bionic elbow. I definitely got the bionic elbow. Yeah, he's got $1 million smile, baby. I only got a $500,000 smile. But I'm catching up to him, you understand me?
You're trying, Art.
Tennessee, this is where it's happening. I want to tell all the ladies out here something. They say that ladies touch of babies like bankers touch gold. But they say them outlaws touch them ladies way down deep in their soul. Oh, that's it, baby. Lance Russell, Memphis, Tennessee. That's where it's happening, baby. We come here to boogie and get down. They say this is the hotbed of professional wrestling. But that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be right here.
You are in the spot.
That's it, baby. I understand we got some little things coming up here in this ring here. I got a man called Harley Davidson. Where is he? Yeah,
he'll be out. We're going to see him right in the ring.
We need him now. Harley Davidson, we love you, baby. Let's get this job done here.
Dirty Rhodes, it's good to have you here, and we're going to look forward to seeing you
Welcome,
in and out of the ring.
Tennessee. I love you.
Okay, partner, to the ring, and Harley Davidson will be partner. Oh, me. I am telling you what. That is Dirty Rhodes in the ring, and the opposition for Dirty and his partner Harley. There's Harley down there.
Yeah, shaking
That's going to be no small team either, Dave, when you put those guys together. Davidson just stepped right over the top rope. Okay, let's have the introduction.
All right, this match is going to be to the expiration of time. Introducing at a total weight of 441 pounds. Over here on the left of your screen, that's the Pink Panther from parts unknown. And from the Fiji Islands, Sabu. Going against him at a total of 574 pounds. Out of Austin, Texas, Dirty Rhodes, you met just a moment ago. And his partner says he's from everywhere. Talking about Harley Davidson. This match to the expiration of time, and the referee is Jerry Calhoun. Tell you what. Sabu the Wild Man, the Pink Panther, Dirty Rhodes, and Harley Davidson. Referee may have his work cut out for him.
I can guarantee you that. Bell time, and here we go. Sabu starting out against Dirty Rhodes. You got a lot of cousins, Dave.
Yeah. Muddy Rhodes, Bumpy Rhodes. got a shoulder. I tell you, he just put Sabu down to the mat. Sabu's set. He puts a body slam on Dirty Rhodes. Whoa! Little roll through the timing off. Sabu almost tripped himself. Dirty Rhodes grabbed him.
Look at that.
Tag.
Depth over the top rope. What's he got to go? 6'6"?
He's 6'6". Yeah, 6'6", 290.
That is Harley Davidson.
That's a Subaru right there, baby. Economy.
Sabu's Subaru. Oh. Little misdirection. He had him lift up and then stomp his toes.
And then bang, Sabu on top of the head. Middle of the ring. Hop down hard.
Sabu wanted to shake hands. Harley Davidson grabbed him by the nose. Sabu turned to the corner. There was Dirty Rhodes waiting for him there. They got him just bouncing back and forth. Now, from outside, Rhodes grabs him to the midsection. As Harley Davidson with a fist. The knee drop. Sabu gets the tag, and here comes the Pink Panther.
Now, he is outside.
Considerably.
Yes.
Well, you know, I got to say, in his behalf, I've never seen Pink Panther back up from an opponent. He may wish he had backed up from this one, though.
He just went back, but not by his own power. Davidson just fired him back.
We're a couple of minutes into the first fall. Pink Panther in there against big Harley Davidson, standing 6'6". Asked him where he was from. He said, I'm from everywhere. Wherever I parked the bike.
Look at him trying to get the full Nelson on him, man. That is just almost impossible. Can't get the hands around. Yeah, Davidson is so big.
As if he didn't have enough trouble, he's nailed by his own partner with a chop. Big elbow. Here's Dirty Rhodes through the rope. Down behind the Panther.
That look on his face is priceless, that Dirty Rhodes. He looked like he really enjoyed himself in there, Dave.
Yeah, he's kind of got that at least a half smile all the time, and the rest of the time it's full smile. I don't know about his smiling right now, though. Pink Panther's got him back on the rope. Sabu holding him up from behind. Panther back to the ropes. Oh, moves out of the way, and the Panther nails Sabu.
Well, they kind of got back even with it.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't intentional.
They're even now, but they're not doing their cause any good as they're beating up on each other here instead of against Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson. Rhodes lets Pink Panther grab him from behind. Going to try for the full Nelson. He turns, and Harley Davidson is there to take over.
Dirty Rhodes. He's a pretty big guy himself.
He is indeed. He'll weigh 271 himself. I thought he was going to sit down on him. He went over and dropped the elbow on Pink Panther. Did the damage nonetheless. Dirty Rhodes sends Panther to the corner, and the tag on Sabu. Meanwhile, Rhodes has made the tag.
Kind of interesting a few minutes ago when Dirty Rhodes was in there with Sabu, and Sabu went to splash him in the air, and instead of rolling away, Rhodes rolled underneath him, right to him, and it accomplished the same thing. But I thought it was a pretty clever move, as a matter of fact, something you wouldn't have expected. Harley Davidson slamming Sabu down. This Sabu, rough and tough scoundrel now, let me tell you. On the shoulder and over.
Sabu, a former Southern heavyweight title holder, and so he is someone to be contended with. Harley Davidson not having a lot of difficulty with him so far, though. He just body slammed him. Whoa, Sabu rolls out of the way, and Harley Davidson hits nothing but the mat. Sabu working on the midsection, turns to the corner, the tag, and Pink Panther steps through the ropes.
We got less than 2 minutes remaining in our expiration of time, and Pink Panther in there with the arm, but it's reversed by Davidson.
Panther thrown into the corner, the tag made, and here's Dirty Rhodes back through the ropes. Oh, he kind of winds up and popped him.
Dished one off on him, and the Panthers down. Suplex. Right over and down, and Dirty Rose in action. I believe he's had. Nope, he
kicked out of 2, yeah. Thought he had him. I think Dirty Rhodes thought he had him, too. There's the elbow. Rhodes drops on him with the elbow.
He said that's it. He waved it off. That's all.
3.
And he was not indicating that he was safe. I can tell you that for a fact. He was a long way from safe.
This one's over, and he was right. He held him down for the 3 count. Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson celebrating victory here over the team of Sabu and the Pink Panther.
Too much to overlook. Look at this. Harley just picked that young man up right over the top rope, and Dirty Rose is making like he's going to wrestle him. There he is. He's back safe down at ringside. He went on a high trip when Harley picked him up and carried him all the way to the top. And the winners, once again, Harley Davidson, Dirty Rose. And what was the time, Dave?
5 minutes, 43 seconds.
5 minutes and 43 seconds.
Good-looking team.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I love it because they were having fun with it. Now, there's a lot of teams that they wouldn't have fun with. But even when Sabu shot at him, boy, old Dirty Rose was still just giving you that smile and the whole Magilla. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take time out, check it. We'll see how much time we've got left, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Every day you're up and out, you hurry through the day. You grab a burger when you can somewhere along the way. But you long for something different, something better, something great. Make the Long John Silver's great seafood escape. You'll like our style, you'll love our taste. You'll find the everyday same old thing deliciously replaced. Make the Long John Silver's great seafood escape.
Beautiful. You didn't have to do all this for us.
Let your joy show in the things you do, so let our joy flow. Watch that shine come through, you'll see your flames glow. People notice them too, our joy's a reason.
Only Lemon Fresh Joy's exclusive formula lets dishes dry clean, shiny, practically spot-free, right on the rack. Watch. Other leading brands can dry, leaving dirty-looking spots. Only Joy's Lemon Fresh formula lets dishes dry clean, practically spot-free, down to the shine.
You let your joy show in the things you do. You'll see your plates glow. People notice them too. Our joy's a reason. Let your joy show.
Oh, roll me out for throw in my designer jeans. And my favorite sweater.
Some of my detergent.
My fabric softener.
No way, guys. I've gone solo. Solo will get this mess deep down clean and fluffed up soft.
You mean Solo will clean this tomato sauce?
Look, dirt and stains mat down fibers. Solo cleans fibers, lifts them up, releases deep down dirt, and Solo softens, so fibers feel cushy.
Hey, you got it clean. Down clean.
Like you said, fluffed up soft. And static clean?
No way. Hey, you guys want to go solo?
Mm-hmm.
Then go get your own.
Oh.
Go Solo.
Dave, I think that Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson not only captured their opponents in that match. We do have a few extra seconds, but not enough really to get it back together and get another fall going in there. They not only captured their opponents, they captured the hearts of a lot of the folks here in the studio, too.
Yeah.
They're a really interesting team. How about let's run down over some of the action we did have today.
Okay, we had Zambui Express in here in the opening match, quite an opening match. Zambui Express won it over Keith Eric and Jim Jameson. They dominated the match, as they do many of the matches that they have. Stagger Lee, Norvell Austin defeating Mask Marauder and Pat Hutchinson, as we mentioned. Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin, the new Southern Tag Team Champions. That was a non-title match today, but Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin did win it. Rick Rude in here. Jimmy Hart brought him in. Rick Rude had Angel, his valet, with him. He defeated David Johnson in a little under a minute, 56 seconds of time on that match. Austin Idol then stepped into the ring against Big Lou Winston, and the Universal Heartthrob walked away with a victory after 2 minutes. Joe LeDuc, King Konga, over the team of Robert Reed and Art Cruz. And then it was Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson, our first look at them here on Championship Wrestling, as they were going against the team of Sabu and the Pink Panther. They stepped in here. We didn't know much about them except that they were both big. Dirty Rhodes stepping in at 271 pounds, Harley Davidson 290, 6'6". And they did, in fact, put together a victory. Took them 5 minutes and 43 seconds before they finally put away Sabu and the Pink Panther. As I mentioned during the match, opponents not to be taken lightly. Sabu, a former champion, former Southern heavyweight champion. Pink Panther, a rugged competitor. And you put them together against Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson. And Rhodes and Davidson still pretty well had their way in the match.
They did, in fact. So we got to meet a brand new team today, and it was fun doing that. We also got to share an interesting side moment when Angel was leaving, or supposed to be leaving, with Rick Rude and Jimmy Hart, and the Idol was in there, and so she's standing there staring at the Idol. Hey, go, come on. We got to go. We got to go. We do have to go. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.